X-42. He is a big boy. Apparently, it wasn't just a Dr. Mobius thing. Apparently, it was probably like a cooperated effort to fight communism with a giant robo-scorpion. Yeah, you'll soon meet Dr. Mobius. Ooh, duffel bag with nothing in it but a shot glass.
Oh, there's Robo-Scorpions Mark 1 through 5, depending on what area of the game you're in. Except for some reason, none of the Mark 2 were included anywhere. There's data for them, but they never used them. They just went straight into Mark 3.
I don't feel that's how prototyping works. Pick that camera back.
And there's one type of Mark 6, and then there's the X-42.
Three cups? No.
You can technically get from the giant Robo-Scorpion one item that is... It's the only thing that will drop it, but you can find that same thing because you already have the Robo-Scorpion audio sample.
Ah, he'll drop it?
Yeah, he also will drop it.
Not that there's any need for it. Hey, come back.
No!
Oh, no! We are now going to enter the Forbidden Zone.
Something, danger zone.
This place looks familiar, doesn't it?
No, I've never seen this place before in my life.
Enter Dr. Mobius. Where is he? There he is. Aww.
Huh? Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better? I don't want to fight you. I defeat your scorpion. You're next.
Is that better? Although there's more.
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you.
Why don't you get a new
Should
one?
look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Seems kind of different, doesn't he, in person? Yeah. I'll save it for later, I guess.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I can't answer him.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily.
He is the
anomaly?
greediest.
You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged
Quite
way.
special.
You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Exactly. I want my brain so I can leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that. He doesn't seem hostile anymore.
No.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung.
How are you coughing? You don't
As
have
for the
lungs.
Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
So he's basically a drug-addled old man,
Yes.
which is kind of sad.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Someone talking about the scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
So you built the robo scorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
That is definitely a direct Futurama reference.
Brains talking about raisins.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like your own master planner. This doesn't add up. Well, if it doesn't add up, We should call him out on it.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and
Like
all
his
that
voice,
is
don't you?
forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
We program their names as part of our recursion loop. What, to trap their processors? I don't know what that means.
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Why?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan Bs in case the A's fail.
They're all loops. The names are all loops.
Yes, they are.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place.
Yeah.
Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
It's Ouroboros, not Ouroboros. Should we?
I mean, it's the unique dialogue.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
I don't. Do we understand why you sent an army against them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
There are other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micro-magnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
The bullet in the brain? That seems a bit